Good morning. I want to talk about mitres. I want to talk about mitres on shooting boards and a couple of really good tips. I don't think I've seen anybody do these tips. Anyhow, let's get on with it. So, my tips are, first of all, get yourself a nice shooting board. Cut yourself a nice 45-degree piece of ply. I mean, I do it on my nice saw over there, which does a really good job. Cut yourself a really good piece of 45 degrees, make sure it works, be happy with it. But then inevitably what happens is, as you're doing your mitres and you're sorting your mitres out, you will get a little bit of the plane down there, exactly in the middle of the shot, where it starts going blunt. So the tip really is, put yourself an auxiliary piece of plywood under. It means now, instead of working straight on that surface and wearing that part of the cutter out just there, I've now come 6mm higher up and I'm using another part of the blade. That saves sharpening it. That saves sharpening the whole of that blade just to improve the 6mm just there. And you can see the wear on there, that's what's happening. So we've come 6mm up. I will make one in 12mm. I will probably make an 18mm one as well, which means I'm more likely to use all of the blade, as much of the blade as possible. Do you want to know something else I'm going to do? Let me pull out a bit because of the flickering. What else? The other thing I'm going to do, the next board I make, I'm going to put one of these on both sides, so I can do left hand and right hand, because sometimes it makes sense for the mitres. So there's some good tips here. There's some really good tips here. So if you know anybody who does woodworking, please share, like, comment, follow, subscribe, all the other things. Right, let's get this thing working and I'll show you. So if the mitre's not quite right, you can put it in here. Can you see? Put that point there. Put this that it's overhanging. I'm going to move you because you can't see properly. Put that so that it's overhanging. And then put that on there. Now can you see the gap there? Slide it up. And it's on that new cut, it's on that layer. We're cutting up here rather than down there, so it's a new part of the blade, lovely and smooth, and that part's done. So I've got another piece of plywood in there, tight against the fence, clamped down with the bench hold fast, and now I'm just going to true this edge up. But this piece of plywood is 10mm thick, so then I'll be able to have a 10mm, a 6mm, and then my mitre, which moves us further up the blade. So let's just plane this off. There you go, that's it. Right, so put the plane on, slide that one up to it, slide this up to it, clamp that down, clamp that to hold it. Hang on. Now I'm using the blade all up here. So I've worn that bit out, I can wear that bit out, and now I'm using all of that. This is by far the best way to do it. So let's try that mitre again. So yeah, what we've got there is just needs to be pushed a bit further. Move the plane out the way. Get that flush with your finger. hold it in place, and then the high spot is the end of the mitre, which needs to come down. So we'll plane that down, and the mitre gets re-established at 45 degrees. Okay, let's just check that mitre now. Got the mitre square on that, pushing it up against the stock and looking down at the blade, and that's great. Pleased with that. So there you go. We've got 2 extra panels to lift it up, to use a different part of the blade so that we don't have to keep sharpening the plane. So those will stay with this. Those 3 will stay together with that, and I'll be able to use them anytime I want. But look out for the next video, because another video I will make this. I will do a double-sided one of those so that I can do mitres the other way and get the most out of a shooting board. So thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. There's the buy me a coffee if you want to support my channel and help my channel grow. That would be great. You can also do a PayPal thing. If you have a look in the description, you can do a PayPal thing, and if you do it friends, then you don't get charged, I don't get charged, which would be great. So thanks for watching. Cheers.